Hello, it's Brian from superagates.com, and I'm back with the rest of the collection that my father and I had purchased a few weeks ago. And it's been sitting in the entryway of my house for a few weeks, and my wife is ready for it to be packed away. And I was just about to put it away, and then I went through a few of the boxes, and I thought there was enough good stuff in here that it would be worth doing a video. So here we are. So let's get right to it. Okay, let's get into the first box here. This one is labeled Aragonite, which I believe comes from Morocco, and wow, these are pretty. Lots of crystal in these. You can see there's not really a front or a back side to these. They're just crystals all around. Maybe not the most colorful. I mean, it's kind of a brownish orange. So if you're going to nitpick or say there's a flaw, it'd be that it's not the greatest color. But they are really nice crystals. And I don't think they're super rare or super expensive or anything like that. So yeah, that's a really good first box there. A lot of good ones in here. That's a good start. Okay, let's see, the next one, this one is a miscellaneous box, it looks like. A bunch of different stuff. Well, I guess kind of two main things. These, looks like these are actually puttied into the boxes or something to make them stand up. That's going to be kind of a mess to clean up at some point. But the purple ones, I believe, are called cactus quartz or spirit quartz, and I think these are gorgeous. The color to those and the sparkle, I like these a lot. I'm not sure, the camera doesn't like to focus on them, but hopefully you get an idea of what those look like. I think these, which again are apparently puttied in, are smoky quartz crystals. Those are nice. And then we got these green ones here. That might be chrysocolla or something like that. You can correct me if there's any experts out there that know better, but that'd be my guess. And then maybe the blue here would be azurite. Yeah, that looks nice. Really like the dark blue color and the dark green on that. And the spirit quartz. Smoky quartz are nice too. Maybe not my favorite, but I don't know. Another good box. Oh, this one is a little heavier, I can tell already. And it is labeled as Connecticut Prehnite, which has some beautiful green color to it. This one's maybe the biggest. Yeah, these are heavy. Look at that. Greenish, yellowish color. They're very nice. Even the smaller pieces look really good. I like that one there. Very nice. It's amazing all the different varieties of crystals and minerals you can find, and that's primarily, I think, what is in these boxes. There may be a few agates or miscellaneous items, but primarily it seems to be minerals and crystals. But yeah, another really good box. Gotta love it. Well, this one won't be hard to imagine what's in it. It says right on the box, the top of the box, hearts. Let's see. And looks like fluorite. Fluorite hearts. Oh yeah. Those are nice. See if we can get it to focus. Fluorite is such a nice material. I know that we have a video of my dad Mark showing how he polishes fluorite. Now, he doesn't necessarily carve them into the heart shape, but he does have a good video on how he gets a really good polish on these. So you might check that out if you've got interest in fluorite or polishing fluorite. But these are nice. Very neat. Fluorite hearts. Okay, on to the next box. This is labeled as rosacite. I think comes from Mexico. Yeah, some dark green color on this. That looks really nice. Look at that. That's beautiful. Looks like it might be a little bit delicate or crumbly just based on the amount of material that's kind of broken off or fallen away in the box, but looks very nice. Nice green color on this one too. Rosacite from Mexico. Very nice. Okay, this one is another heavier box. Let's see. This is labeled as African Red and Smoky Crystals. I guess it's pretty easy to pick out the red one. That's beautiful. I don't know that I've seen a lot of red crystals. So that's a nice one to see. Maybe one more. This one's got some red coloration to it as well. And apparently an amethyst snuck in here somehow. Smoky cluster here. Just beautiful. Maybe you look at one more here. There we are. A real small piece. Another red one. Very nice. African Red and Smoky Crystals. Okay, maybe we do some of the smaller boxes now. See what's in these. This is mica, or lepidolite mica. So you can see, I don't know about the packing here of just a box of mica flakes of lepidolite, but you can see the purple color on these, hopefully. Not sure exactly what you would do with this, but there's got to be some kind of crafts and artisan work you could do with it. But yeah, nice purple color, and comes off in flakes. So, very nice. Okay, another smaller box. This one is galena from Africa, which would be lead, so of course it's very heavy. Nice shine to it, certainly, but yeah, definitely heavy. This one I don't believe would be galena. I think this is black kyanite, which is also an interesting thing, but not sure why or how it would be in this box. And then just some smaller pieces of galena. So, very nice. On to the next small box. This one sort of looks like agate to me. Nice blue crystals on this one. Boy, that's pretty. Look at that. This one's interesting. Yeah, these are nice. Not sure exactly what they are. So if you've got an idea, maybe leave a comment and let me know. This one is pretty. Sort of reminds me of the Namibia blue agate, but I'm not sure if that's what this would be. And one more. Yeah, that's a winner. Okay, on to the next one. This is labeled as Linwood Barite. Looks like there's some prices from previous owner of these. They look very nice though. Nice large crystals. Oh yeah. Very nice. Good variety. Looks like maybe of the prices that he had. Boy, this one's a big one. Interesting. Kind of this one might be the most unique. Like that. Looks like he had this one as his most expensive one. So he must have thought the quality on this was better than, slightly better than the others. Yeah, very nice. Linwood Barite. Okay. Back to some of the larger boxes. This is labeled as La Condesa Fluorite. These are packed nicely, carefully. Boy, they're sort of pretty. Certainly won't unwrap them all, but we'll take a look at a couple of them here. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I don't know. This might be my favorite of what we've looked at so far. And a lot of pretty things, but these are real nice. Let's see. Yeah, maybe unwrap a couple more. How about this one? Oh yeah, look at that. That is pretty. Very nice. Maybe we'll do one more. How about this one here in the corner? It's got kind of a purplish coloration there. This one's pretty delicate. It's very thin. You can see it's almost like it's hollow. Gotta be very careful with that one. I can see why these are as well wrapped as they are. Very nice. Okay, this one is a little heavier again. Let's see what's in here. This is barite from Morocco, Moroccan barite. Has that kind of fibrous appearance to it. Orange or peach color to it. Get an idea for the fiber, if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. These are pretty. If you don't like the orange as much, this is a little more of the peach color to it. Yeah, that's nice. So full box. Moroccan barite. Very nice. Okay, this next one is, this one is labeled as miscellaneous good stuff, and who doesn't love good stuff? So, oh boy, there is a lot in here. bags. Looks like tourmaline here. Individually priced. I don't know if you can really see it through the bag, but there's a whole bunch of it in here. There's one that's a little bit bigger. Very nice. This looks to be tourmaline as well. Oh, here's a bunch that's just out in the box, not in a bag at all. I don't know how well I can get the camera to focus on it. There we go. Really not too close. This is more, looks like it's got a purplish color. We got Idaho garnets. And then we got all kinds of stuff that isn't really labeled. I'm going to assume that these are not real gemstones, and they're probably glass or synthetic in some way, but very pretty. Wow, here's some, these are colorful. So all kinds of good stuff in here. Boy, there is a lot. Oh, these are pretty. See a shine on them. It's a bigger piece. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. More tourmaline. Black tourmaline there. This is realgar from Peru. Which, if I understand correctly, this has arsenic in it, so it can be poisonous. I don't know if you would have to like ingest it or what, but I think I won't mess with it a whole lot. Again, I'm not exactly sure what these are. Quite a few bags of this. So yeah, there's a lot going on in here. The good stuff. Definitely miscellaneous. Very pretty. That'll be a process to go through and figure out what all of this really is and what it's worth and all of that. But exciting. That's it for that one. Okay, we got just a few left, and of course the battery died on the camera, so I had to go replace that. So if the view changed a little bit, that would be why. Okay, here we go with the next one. This is Starlight from Russia. Let's have a look-see. Oh yeah, very nice. Very interesting patterns. First glance, it almost looks like it's a fossil when you see that, but it's not. It's just rock. But very interesting patterns and very pretty. I think it's also called fairy cross or something like that, which I guess makes sense since the crystals kind of always seem to cross each other in this. Very nice. Starlight from Russia. Okay. Got two left. Boy, this one's heavy. This is Smokies from Namibia. Some more large crystals. Wow, these are big. Here again, they have some prices from the previous owner. Boy, this one is that jumps out just because of the price. $150 on that. That's really interesting. That is really pretty. Yeah, I like that one. That jumps out. This one's really dark here. Very, very nice. Large crystal. Not sure about the packing in this box, having nothing in between these. I'm surprised they aren't a little more beat up than they are. This one's another one, like the first one. Very pretty. A little bit lighter color on this. Smoky quartz from Namibia. That is really pretty. I like the shape on this one. We're gonna have to do something about the packing before we put these away or take them to a show so we don't beat each other up. All right, last one here. It's Kobiacherite. Boy, that's a good one there to end on. That color is beautiful. They have this interesting texture that sort of looks fuzzy almost. I don't know if I get a good enough close-up if you'll be able to see that, hopefully. But yeah, that color is very nice. Beautiful. Show you a couple more of these. Here's a larger one. Oh yeah, that's nice. Love it. Well, anyway, really appreciate you watching and subscribing and all of that. And thanks for coming along for this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again.